Well, now for more on this, we can speak with Ian Reifowitz, a professor of historical studies. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. Now, I would like to ask you about your thoughts of the current situation that we're seeing here. We've got the intelligence community insisting on Russia's interference in the election, and the president-elect has been, for the moment, very vocal in dismissing this.
Well, I think we are seeing something that we're going to be seeing perhaps quite a bit with the Trump presidency, and that's something that we can say is unprecedented. We have the president-elect, who will soon be the president, essentially dismissing the evidence, the findings of the intelligence community, and specifically because he finds something that it hurts him politically, or even something that offends him personally. Because he does take great pride in his electoral success, such as it is. We really have to figure out, or see, I should say, we have to see whether or not, when he sees the real evidence, the full report, he's able to put aside his personal feelings and accept the truth. It's a dangerous situation when you have a president who refuses to recognize what his intelligence community is presenting him, and in a sense seeks to politicize intelligence. You can argue that that is what we saw in the early 2000s with the intelligence on the weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. It's a dangerous situation for the United States, and we really are. I have to say we have to be very concerned about it.
Indeed, you mentioned their dangerous situation. We've heard yesterday the director of the National Intelligence tell the Senate panel hearing, quote, "There is a difference between skepticism and disparagement." So how dangerous could this divide, could this, for the moment, split be between the president and the intelligence community?
Well, if you have an intelligence community, and on the one hand, who believes that the president has no interest in what they have to say, and who won't believe what they have to say unless it fits his own personal or political agenda, you're going to have people who are going to, rather than seek to present the truth, they're going to recognize that if the truth is going to hurt them because the president's going to either reject it or even punish them for it, then the intelligence community they're made up of human beings. They're not going to produce the intelligence that the American government needs to make the right decisions. I guess if they're not going to make the decisions based on intelligence anyway, you're talking about a vicious cycle where the truth is either ignored or punished. It's just not going to be produced. You really need, I think it goes without saying, you want a president who's going to operate based on facts. We sadly are entering into an era of fake news. We've seen a political campaign where the media and the Trump campaign really did operate in almost a post-truth environment. And if we certainly can't, it's one thing to have a post-truth environment when running for president. It's another thing to have a post-truth environment when a president is making decisions about military, life and death, foreign policy, and national security. I can't imagine a more dangerous situation for the United States, or the world for that matter.
We also heard from the outgoing Vice President Joe Biden. He called on President-elect to, quote, grow up. This in response to his use of Twitter really as a bully pulpit. Will Trump change his communication style once in office?
No, I don't think so. We keep asking ourselves, or we have been asking ourselves over and over in the past 24 months, will Trump change? And he hasn't. I think, this is the man that he is. This is the style he used to get himself elected. And, a leopard doesn't change its spots. There are a million cliches out there. Donald Trump is about 70 years old. There's no evidence to suggest that he has any inclination to change. The only thing I think that we can hope for is that the people within his own party can have an impact on him. People like Senator John McCain, maybe some of the advisors he's bringing in will be truth tellers. Even if they can't get him to change his style, the way he communicates on Twitter, maybe they can get him to see reason, to see facts. I don't know how much respect he has for John McCain. He trashed John McCain during the campaign, but John McCain has been, a leading member of the Senate, particularly on military and intelligence issues and foreign policy issues for decades. And his role in the hearings yesterday in the Senate gives us some hope that he can have a positive influence on the process that Trump is using to develop his strategies as a commander-in-chief.
All right, we have to leave it there. Ian Reifowitz, thank you very much for joining us here on the program. Well, Russia now